Technical check, loud and clear. Okay, okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, shall we start? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and very good afternoon. So today's session we will share with everybody our group product brief. So for group, you yourself will choose your group member. So till now I don't know who is your group member. I forgot to ask you to send me your group member. However, today we will still have to present our product brief. So I think better by volunteer. By volunteer, you can share your product brief with us. So I stop sharing this QR code. Then everybody, every group, you are pleased to share your product brief. Share with everybody. Okay, shall we start now? Maybe we start with group 1 first. So since there are no group 1, no group 2, so any volunteer. Just mention your name, your group number, then share your product brief to everybody. Okay, shall we start now? Okay, any volunteer?
I will share this thing.
Okay, thank you, Kamarul.
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is our product brief for our group. First is about what we want to produce. We actually discussed that we want to produce a service-based company related to tourism, and we also will come out with a list of constitution that the company can follow. Next is what is the information that we need to conduct or gather. First, we will check the availability of the company name, which refer to the SSN website. And also, we will gather all the information needed to register a company, which is based on the rubric and also the appointment of the first company secretary. And we will also gather the information regarding the explanation on constitution and reason or benefit to adopt the constitution. And also we will gather information about explanation in-house company secretary and the holding position as a company's and company director. Next, what do we expect to learn from this following product, which is knowing the capabilities of the company to run the business, which is a tourism service. We compliant to the law and regulation, as we have learned requirement of relevant information to start and run the company, and company application form for registration, company registration through manual via SSN website, and also appointment notification and declaration of the first company secretary. And we will find the relevant source from MicroID, Company A, and SSM website to complete our task. And for the date that we will complete the task, there are a few dates that we have state, which is 19 April, which is our first discussion to discuss about the product brief. And also tomorrow, which is 22 April, we will continue with our group discussion and gather all the information and form. And 23 April, we will send the email to get the information of the company registration. And for May, we will continue with our discussion on filling all the relevant form regarding the information of the new company. And the 7 May and 10 May, we will submit our registration of company and also the notification of appointment first company secretary. That's all for our product brief.
Thank you, Kamarul. So I give you 120% above my expectation. Within the blur of PBL, so I think you produce a very good product brief. However, some refinement should be made on the first part. As this based company relate to tourism. So this one, I think maybe we can look at another group presentation to improve on this part.
Okay, thank you, Dr.
Right. So can we move to second presentation? Any volunteer?
Good afternoon, sir. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, very loud and clear, and nice voice
Alright, thank you,
as
sir.
well.
so I will share my screen. Can you see my share?
I think everybody can see. Hey, you have a very nice voice, huh?
Okay, so I will.
Maybe you can go
Yeah.
for
Thank you, sir.
audition, become telecaster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I use our PPL. The first is the documentation that needed for the company registration, and the second is the documentation like the form that we need
Okay.
for the appointment of the first secretary. Documentation we need. And the last thing is we need to come up with a suggestion for a company whether the company want to adopt a constitution or not. All right. So this is the thing that we need to produce at the end of the PL. So for the information that we need to gather or to achieve to conduct the PPL is first we need to gather the details of the company, and then the second is the documentation. For example, all the form that is required to register company and also register the first secretary. The third thing is that we need to identify what are the benefits for a company to have its own constitution in order to persuade the company to set up its own constitution. The next thing is like whether the same people can be appointed as the director and also the secretary or not. Because in the case they mentioned that I think the people want to appoint the secretary to be the director. So we need to come up with a suggestion whether it can be done, or whether it is allowed under the laws or not. And the last thing is like we need to search for the availability because they have a form. If we want to search for the availability of the company name. So the third aspect is what is the thing that we expect to learn is first is the procedure or the steps that we need to follow to register a company. And the second is the step that we need to follow to appoint the secretary. The third is we might have some respective section of company act that we need to follow. So we need to identify what is the sections. All right. So moving on to the next field is the thing that we need to do to complete the task. Okay, so we're going to complete the task by go through the CCM or the SSM website to understand the procedure or the steps, and then we also need to visit the website to get all the documentation. For example, the form to register a company, and also to appoint a secretary. And the last thing is like we need to draft a formal email to request all the company information to register in order for us to register for them. So the last thing is the due date is the 23rd of April, when we need to gather all the information and also we need to send our email. And for the 7th May, we need to done the company registration form and also the name availability form. The last is the 10th of May. We need to complete the form for the first secretary appointment form. So that's all the presentation for our group, for our product brief. So thank you, sir.
Wow. Short and precise. But you meet a requirement for our PBL1. So congratulations. Okay, I think who has present a very good product brief. So maybe we can share his idea with us. Then can we move to another group? I just want to ensure that everybody is on the right path for you to continue to proceed further. Okay. So another group. Yes, volunteer. Yes, I know.
Can
Louder,
you hear
please.
my voice? Can you hear my voice? I will share the screen.
Yes, I know. Okay.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what about our product briefing? What do we want to produce? First, we want to help Datuk Irfan to form a new company of Rancak Travel and adopt constitution and appoint first company secretary. And then what research or information do we need to conduct or gather? First, the procedure to register a company, and then the form that need to appoint a new company, form needed to appoint first company secretary, information related to adoption of constitution, information related to directors requirement, and the last one is the process of declaration and notification of secretary. So what we expect to learn the following from working on this product. First, we want to learn on how to register new company. We want to learn the procedure and requirements needed to form a new company, and learn on what the documentation needed for a new company. Next is what we will do the following to complete the task. First, prepare the requirements needed to register a company. Second, assist Dato' Irfan on register his company. And third, refer to the Companies Act 2016 and CCM. Last one, we will complete the task by first, the 23 April, email together information for company registration. For 7 May, submit the registration form of a new company. And last, the 10th May, submit form first company secretary. That's all, Doctor.
Wow. Straight to the bullseye. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you,
Okay,
Doctor.
so your group are also on the right path. Can proceed with the next step.
Alright, thank you, Doctor.
Alright. However, at the end of our group presentation, I would like also to share my idea. What is my expectation for PBL 1? So please stay tuned. Okay. So next group. Any volunteer for presentation?
Hello, Doctor. Can you hear me?
Who's on the line?
Hello, Doctor. Can you hear me, Doctor?
Yes, I can hear you, but I can't detect who's speaking.
Akram, Doctor.
Oh, Muhammad Akram. Yeah.
Alright, Doctor. Alright, this is from our group. This is our product briefing. Okay, for the first part is what do we want to produce. Okay, we will be listing and explaining all the relevant detail from the below mentioned list. First, appropriateness and availability of company names. So, the second part is the information needed to register the company. Constitution process, reason or benefit to adopt the constitution. In-house company secretary, holding position as company secretary and director of the company. And also, this point is all relevant detail about the company and constitution and help our client to register their business entity according to the law. The first part is all related to the tourism business. For the second part, what research information do we need to conduct or gather? First, our group will conduct a research on few rulers or principle of naming the company. Such a name of the company should speak the language of the customer and audience. This is to ensure the name of soon to be unincorporated company, which is a Rancak Travels Berhad, can be registered by law by referring to the SSM, which is Suruhanjaya Syarikat Malaysia. The second one is the second one is for the task, my group will be conducting research on what the minimum requirement and appropriate way to register a to fund company, which is a Rancak Travel Berhad, to be legally incorporated. The third one is apart from that, we will gather crucial information or document needed to register the public company. We will also conduct research on the need of the and the benefit for the application of the company constitution, even though it is optional for the public company limited by share to adopt it. And the last one is the activity of searching the information on title, more information relating to the appointment of company secretary and the legality regarding to the appointment of in-house secretary as director. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is what we expect to learn from the following working on this product, which is in this tourism sector, which is learn how to register the company if information needed. Second one, learn to adoption of the constitution, better explanation and benefit, and also learn benefit in-house secretary. Okay, let's go to the next. So we will do the following to complete the task. We also have the discussion in group through the Google Meet to understand more about the issue and list every important piece of content that should be in the assignment. Each member is appointed to hold a position such as the leaders, recorder, reporter, and accuracy coach to ensure that tasks are completely smoothly. After understanding all the tasks, we divide each task among the members by following the guidelines that have been set. So this is the last one is we will complete the task by this is our date. Next, the first 25 April 2020, prepare the document to fulfill the registration form to register the company. 30 April, submit form to SSM. 5 May, prepare for the first executive meeting of the company. For the note, we will complete the task by gathering all the information and detail on what we did using the relevant resources. Alright, that's it, Doctor.
Okay. My suggestion is you please fine tune your product. Maybe you can refer to Not I Know because your product and your task mix. Maybe you can refer to Not I Know group because they write precisely what their product is. Okay, thanks for the presentation.
Doctor, for the last question,
Uh-huh.
our group have a 6 members. Can we proceed?
6 members.
Yes, Doctor.
I think our group has 30 members. So maybe other group is only 4 members. So they are lacking on 1 manpower. Maybe you can export one.
Alright, we will discuss later.
So any group that only 4 manpower can contact you, Akraf.
Alright, Doctor.
Ah,
Sorry for inconvenience, Doctor.
no problem.
Alright, thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Next group. Yes, please. Maybe not Atikah want to present. We have two Atikah here. Atikah Muhammad Din and Atikah Muhammad Zaki. Maybe. So any volunteer? Two more group to go before we conclude our meeting today.
Yes, Doctor. I would like to present. Doctor, can you see my screen?
Lim Chia, is it?
Yeah.
Lim Cherny, eh?
Ah.
Okay. Can see now.
Okay. So we will going. We are.
I think later you zoom a bit for benefit of everybody.
Zoom.
That's much better.
Okay. So we will produce a list of information required to form a company. For example, we will have the details such as to check for the availability of the company name, then the list required information needed to register for the company, and the reasons for the adoption of constitution for the company, also for the cost for adoption. Then we also prepare all forms as required by TCM, and also prepare declaration and notification for appointment for the first company secretary, the former. Then, so the information that we need to gather from company X is like the name of the company, the availability, then the constitutional that we need to follow, and the registration. Then from the SSM website, we have to gather the information such as the requirement of the company name, the proposed company name, and the status of the company, such as whether it is public or private company, then the proposed type of business, address of registered office, business address, then the complete details of directors and promoter, declaration form, and declaration of compliance from individuals responsible for incorporation. So from this PPL, we expect to learn on how a secretary carry out his or her duties, like gather information from the beginning until the end, on how to manage to form and register for a company. Besides, we also expect to learn the process to register for a company. So we will proceed with an email and gather the information needed to register for the company, and register the company to SSM website to incorporate the company. So we will complete the task by 8th of May, but the email is 33rd of April. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, thank you for the presentation. Again, I think you need also to fine tune your product. Maybe you can refer to Pu Yung Hao dengan Not Aina. I think they are write a very precise product for their PBL. Okay, the rest is okay. The information seeking was that one fine, no problem. Okay, and last group. Last group. Save the last for the best.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
The three members of our group, they are currently very busy with the competition.
Oh, the one before. So you take part to present.
No, we don't have the time to discuss the task yet.
All right. Okay. So I receive your notification. Congratulations for your group member, because it's a great opportunity to compete during your student time. give you a very good merit. Okay, since I think we already complete your presentation, so I would like to share what is from the PBL, what I can understand from my perspective. So I would like to first ground rules in the PBL also mention about the ground rules for the group. So I discover a few things lah. I jot down. Example like reply to group message at least noted or emoji. So because you are online discussion, maybe online communication, so it's so irritating. It's only a blue tick without the response. Okay, meaning that you are aware about that things. So as a group member, help others and ask for help when needed. So don't feel so shy. You need to ask and give cooperation. Respect the other opinion from others. Give good cooperation. I think your because you choose your own group members, so cooperation is not an issue anymore. Hopefully. However, we are human. Sometimes there are conflict among us. It's normal. So maybe you can share present or wish or motivation to motivate each other. Then everybody have to take part and responsible in any decision making, one for all for one. So at least we can have meet our project, our task successfully. The assigned task should be done properly. So meaning that the formatting, nice looking presentation. So all group members should do an equal work amount of work. My assumption. But there are some give and takes over there. Then for what we call for discussion, it's good if everybody can switch on camera and speak during group discussion. And your all group is very good because always follow with the deadline. So normally as a professional, as a people in this business, this what we call rule of the line, deadline is a priority, meeting the deadline. So go back with the PBL. So how can we ask from this is the basic question in PBL. How can we ask who do what? So this is, then from that, come out with the driving question. Who are you? So I think everybody know that you are Miss Wincy. You are company secretary. So what you want to do? This is your product. So your what you plan to do. So you need to advise Dato' Irfan on the incorporation of new company. So the keyword is incorporation. Then from the discussion also, then come up with the discussion on the company secretary, in-house company secretary, or maintain the public company secretary. So for the constitution, maybe some added cost. So you need to advise to Mr. Dato' Irfan, and requirement list to register a company. So this list you can download from the SSM website, or you can go to Pakcik Google asking from another company secretary. Some of the portal they already listing down what the minimum, what is the requirement for incorporation. So some is you have to ask from your client to supply to you. Example like IC, photo state. So relate with the Miss Vinci can be a director at the same time. So it's also being questioned in the PBL. So I talking about the deadline. So this is the suggested deadline in the PBL, 23rd April, for you to reply by email to Dato' Irfan before 23rd April. But if we have difficulties to meet the time, so I extend another 1 week till 30 April, because now is what we call is a festival period. For Muslim is end of Ramadan. It's high time for them to give more time for their spiritual enhancement. Okay. Then you have to register a new company by 7 May. New company mean all the fill in all the forms that required to incorporate. And lastly is in the question also asking about the first company secretary. So my suggestion is I would like to extend 1 week. Up to you if you want to maintain on the original date, I don't mind. But if you have difficulties, still have buffer 1 week. So what will we do? So this is a basic thing. We gather all the required information. So in academic, this one we call literature review. So if you write a thesis or you write a paper, so you need to know what is going on in the perspective of your knowledge. So this one relate with the go back with your product, how to incorporate. So you need to gather information how to incorporate a company in Malaysia, follow with the Companies Act 2016. So you can refer to SSM website, Companies Act itself, and also maybe you can register also for My Company ID. You are 18 years old, so you are qualified to register. Then you need to check the availability of the company name, rancak travel kan. Dia tak mention pun berhad tak berhad kan. So this one is type of company. So you need to advise Dato' Irfan also what type of company that can suit for its purpose. Then either they want to adopt the constitution or don't want to adopt. So you need to advise Dato' Irfan lah. So how do we need to know? Again, how to register with CCM. Now everything is online. Okay, guideline, document needed. Then there are question also, can company secretary be a company director? If I'm not mistaken, it's a prohibited. Cannot. So must be two separate person. Cannot be duality. Then detail or rancak travel, business objective. This one also relate with the amount of repeat share or apa? Shareholding, because they want to involve in travel, maybe tourism department, Malaysian Tourism Department have some regulation on that. So at least you know in advance, then you know how much you have to pay for the shareholding. Check availability of the name from CCM and adoption of constitution with the extra cost. How much added to the if you want to adopt the constitution. So what we expect to learn. This is the main or the core product. How to acquire information to incorporate a company. So subsequently, we also should know how to send proper email, because you are professional. You talk to Dato or Irfan, is somebody in the business. So meaning that you need to tone your email properly. Okay. Right now in new world order, previously we have email as a normal email, but now at least you must have 3 type of email. Everybody, this is extra knowledge lah. Everybody must have 3 type of email. One is for or we call formal purpose. For me, I use Sazali Saad, sazali@um.edu.my. Then second one is for the personal. So you use another email. Third one is for, proxy email lah. If you want to, because if you want to asking for information whatsoever, then they asking the email. So I don't want, this is hantam saja email lah. Okay. So for you, you must write a proper formal email lah. So benefit of adopt constitution. So this one relate with our syllabus lah, function of constitution. And appointment of secretary, appointment of director. Maybe we are missed out on the declaration form. Okay, so you need to download the declaration form and sign. Then you must learn to use SSM portal efficiently. Understand their skeleton, how they portray their information, how they put their information in hierarchical, easy for you to seek what kind of the information you are needed. So you need to use it. Then after that you can understand lah. Like UEM portal lah kan. First time use, then we are very difficult to find information. But after we use it a couple of times, so we familiar with the portal, then we can use it effectively. And the last one is the most important skill in a new world. Improve search and information gathering skills. If you don't improve on this, you become dinosaur like me lah. And if I want to go from what we call from one place to another place, I still follow with pepatah Melayu. Malu bertanya sesat jalan. But this one cannot use anymore. You need to use your skill in Waze or Google Map. If not, you are tersesat jalan lah. Jangan bertanya orang. People now are not really knowledgeable anymore. But Cik Google is the most knowledgeable uh, entity in the world now. He know everything. So this is relate with the improved research and information gathering skills. So I have a friend who is what we call secretary for one politician. This politician, they meet a lot of people, and their time is very limited. So for example, today, this minister want to see Sazali Saad. So that minister don't know who is Sazali Saad. So he will ask his secretary, hey, please find out background of Sazali Saad, detail, profile. At least when we meet together, he seem look like know me for all time. And for long time he know me. Ah. So you also need to have this kind of skills. Example, like you want to go for interview with it. You want to interview with Petronas. So you need to search something on the Petronas. Date of establishment, who the director, who the board of directors, how much income per year, where they are operate, basic information. So that research and information gathering skill is something that very useful nowadays. So you must learn and what we call use it properly. So in academic work, normally library will provide library search. So better you enroll if library provide this kind of workshop and improve your skills in the searching for academic work. But for our real life, go for Pakcik Google. Use a proper way to ask Pakcik Google. Okay, that's all about the thing that I expect from our PBL1. So I will share this one in our group as a what we call benchmark lah. But this one is not the perfect one. Whatever that I come across in my mind, at least you can add, you can plus minus whatever your group decide to. Okay. Because from your presentation, all group has meet minimum requirement for the product, and the rest is okay lah. Alright, that's all for today. So I will leave you one class next coming Monday, 25th of April, for your formal group discussion among your group member. So there are no formal group with me. However, you attended, I will add manual. So everybody got attendance lah on that day. Okay. I think that's all for today class. So I'm very happy my student able to grasp what is important in the PBL, and use PBL as a tool to study company secretarial practice. So all the best for you all. For the due date, you can stick with your plan, but don't stress so much. I already give you extra 1 week, the buffer because of festival Hari Raya. Okay, that's all. I need to check the chat. No question. Oh, no question from chat. So if there are any question, if anybody don't have group or what, please communicate. Okay, so no issue. Then stop now. Selamat berbuka, and see you next coming Thursday. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and very good afternoon. Take care. Enjoy your weekend
Thank you,
and
sir.
pasar Ramadan.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you,
also
sir.
Yes,
Selamat
please
berbuka.
search for Lailatul Qadar